Hey, it's Marcus Philly from Functional Bodybuilding. If you've been around strength training, you're likely familiar with supersets. That's where you alternate between two different exercises instead of just doing all the sets for one exercise before moving on to the next. For example, you would switch between doing squats and pull-ups instead of doing all your squats and then going on to your pull-ups after the fact. But have you ever wondered why and how these movements get paired up and what makes it such a great combination? With functional bodybuilding, we sometimes pair movements that tax different areas of the body, so one area can rest while the other works. But today, I'm going to show you a superset and how we can also have it used to hit the same area over and over from different angles using different speeds and slightly different techniques. I'll be hitting a pre-fatigue to get going, just so I can get my leg muscles pumped, and then I'm going to take you through this epic leg day combo from my PERSIST pump track. Will my shorts make it? That is the question of the day. Stick around to find out. All right, we did it. We did it. Time to go left. It's a lower body day, and sometimes when I prescribe supersets in my workouts in the program, I like to think about opposing muscle groups. So you might do a squat and then go and do an upper body pulling. That way you're doing the superset with limited rest in between exercises, but the two exercises don't fatigue one another, right? So you can kind of pack a lot of work together in the same superset without worrying about there being like fatigue carryover from exercise to exercise. Now, on the complete other end of the spectrum, there are days where I want to do everything really in a way like not complementing each other. They do the same thing, they hit the same muscle groups, but with a different contraction speed or maybe a different position. So we're doing kettlebell swings banded, and we're doing RDLs, and the RDLs are a bit heavier. I gotta get some more weight for that. The RDLs are gonna be heavier and slower. The kettlebell swings are gonna be lighter and faster, but it's a lot of posterior chain, a lot of hamstrings and glutes, all in the same superset. And you'll see the same thing today with legs when we get there, but this just is another way to kind of get a big stress response and a big training response, overload a particular muscle group. You won't be able to go as heavy, you won't be able to go as intensely on each exercise, but the combination of both at moderate weights will amplify and kind of, push one another. So at the end of this 3 superset, we'll have done 6 different training exercise sets at a moderate to high intensity. Something else I just realized is that even when doing similar movements, similar movement patterns, there's qualities of the dead RDL and the kettlebell swing that are just subtly enough different that I'm really getting 2 pretty unique stimulus out of these movements. So in this case, to swing a Russian kettlebell swing like that, you actually have to go with a wider stance than the narrow stance here. So really getting kind of 2 different angles of hip flexion, hip extension going on, which is just another way to kind of vary your training stimulus, not hit the same muscles for 6 total sets or hit the same movement for 6 sets, but hit the same pattern for 6 sets in 2 slightly different ways. So this particular workout in the pump program is really a hinging superset for 6 sets and a squat superset for 6 sets. And it's just getting a lot of different stimulus packaged into one superset of 2 different exercises. The Saturday session in pump is just a lower body day. So we're trying to kind of fully tax the lower body before a full rest day on Sunday. So having this particular session where we're just hitting each movement pattern, squat and hinge separately, but with a lot of intensity, probably gonna mean there's gonna be a decent amount of soreness the next day, particularly with the exercises that I've chosen for this. So, but they kind of mirror one another. The squat superset, you know, moderate to heavy barbell lift combined with, you know, a unilateral or a kettlebell, you know, lighter load exercise that's just gonna hit for higher reps. So the pistol squat variation, the kickstand squat is 10 reps per leg, kettlebell swing was 20 reps, and then this is 6 to 8 reps. So ideally you're working up possibly a little heavier, but my legs are feeling juiced, so I'm not gonna go that heavy on the legs. Can't bring me down, can't bring me down, no, not today. Can't bring me down, everything's going my way. Yeah, it feels too good, like a picture perfect day. So bright, so righteous, hug your mama, wanna say, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Something else about the way I'm prescribing today is that every exercise has like a tempo to it, and all of the tempos call for constant tension. So you see at that on the squat, if I were to pause at the top, there would be a momentary lapse in tension, but I'm not pausing. Every repetition, up, right back down, up, right back down, and I'm controlling the lowering. So for the whole set, constantly muscles are under tension. Same thing with the kickstand squat. You saw the same thing with the deadlift. I wasn't stopping at the top, it was to the top and right back down. Constant tension is just another way to build intensity into a lift without having to add a bunch of weight on. So you're keeping that muscle under tension the entire time. It starts to build up some metabolic fatigue and stress, which is just another way to get the muscles to adapt and to start making change. I have a general rule. If the set felt like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, don't go up in weight on the next set, because you'll probably hit failure pretty soon. If it didn't, and you get all the reps, you have to go up. So the front squat's going up, this is not going up. These are the big kid 10 pounders. They make me feel stronger than I actually am. All that for 10 measly pounds, 4.8 kilos. Eight out of 10. No, more like 9 out of 10. Good for the last set. This one's gonna feel really hard. And you know, you were asking, was that my knee cracking?
Yeah.
I think on that last one, I think it was my shorts cracking. Big booty, ripping those. I have a moderate booty with very tight shorts. not a big booty with normal shorts. These are tight. Tight. I know. Hey, I hope you enjoyed those segments from training. If you want to get programming just like this, hop into my PERSIST program in the link below. If you haven't done FBB before, I highly recommend you jump into my pillars track to get used to tempo, loading, supersets, and then you can try this pump track for workouts just like the one you saw today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.